A steel-gray dawn breaks over the Sea of Japan. Beneath the waves, a silent network stirs, unseen, unmanned, and persistent. From naval bases in Sasebo and Busan, U.S. forces launched the Manta Ray, which is a new breed of autonomous underwater vehicles. Each unit, shaped for minimal drag, glides at depths beyond ordinary sonar reach, powered by seabed energy harvesting. The range, it's thousands of kilometers per sortie, with months of endurance before surfacing for maintenance. Why here and why now specifically? The answer lies in geography and intent. The East China Sea, Yellow Sea, and Philippine Sea form a maritime funnel, which are choke points for Chinese submarine traffic exiting the Bohai Gulf and traversing towards a wider Pacific. By deploying Manta Ray nodes and overlapping grids, the US creates a mesh of passive sensors, acoustic arrays, and data relays. These networks can detect, classify, and track submarine signatures in real time, relaying data via encrypted bursts to satellites or allied shore stations in Japan and South Korea. So how does this change the calculus for a US-China confrontation? Traditional anti-submarine warfare relies on unmanned patrols, noisy active sonars, and periodic gaps in coverage. Manta Ray's persistence operating undetected for up to 6 months means fewer blind spots and less warnings for adversaries. The network's distributed nature makes it resilient. Disabling one node does not blind the entire grid. So by any measure, this is a leap in underwater domain awareness for the US. Meanwhile, China's submarine fleet is expanding beyond reach. Newer Type 094 and Type 096 ballistic missile subs with ranges exceeding 7,000 kilometers now patrol beyond the first island chain. Their stealth depends on evading detection at key transit points like straits, shelf breaks, and deep water channels. The Manta Ray network seated along these routes erodes that sanctuary. Submarines that once slipped through the Tsushima and Miyako Straits now risk silent exposure and their acoustic signatures logged and trailed. As always, this is not a moral judgment, it's an analysis of incentives and logistics. For the United States, persistent surveillance buys time and options, early warnings for carrier groups, missile defense, and crisis response. For China, the incentive is shifting, so they're investing in counter-surveillance, decoys, and anti-UUV tactics, or risk strategic assets being tracked from port to patrol area. So with that said, countermeasures are already in motion, because China is fielding its own unmanned underwater vehicles, deploying mobile sonar jammers, and experimenting with seabed sensor disruption. PLA's Navy research institutes are testing quantum navigation and low-frequency acoustic cloaking, aiming to mask submarine movements or confuse enemy networks. Each new US deployment prompts a Chinese adaptation, escalating the technological contest beneath the waves. Now, if we zoom out, the Manta Ray network is not just about hardware, it's about shaping the battle space. By saturating key maritime approaches with autonomous sensors, the US can deny China the ability to operate submarines with impunity near allied shores. So the message is now very clear. The underwater domain, once opaque, now is becoming very transparent for the United States. So if I put this differently, every kilometer of cable laid or every node activated narrows the margin for surprise. But now the risk of miscalculation rises as both sides push for dominance in a domain where detection equals vulnerability. As Manta Ray grids expand and Chinese countermeasures proliferate, the underwater contest enters a new phase, one defined not by surface fleets or missile salvos, but by silent machines, persistent sensors, and the race to control the unseen. For now, the balance tilts towards the actor who can see first and strike last. And now in these contested seas, the advantage is temporary and the tension is permanent. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe for more, and also tell me what you think in the comment section below.